Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Magic Arena draft where we are still into the cube. Just a four message at the start before we head on into the games to say that unfortunately I was unable to record or recover the recording from the draft portion and the first two games. However, what I thought we would do before we go into those games was show the draft portion, but with 17 lands, as that's what I'm starting to use for tracking my statistics. And with 17 lands, you are able to go back and look at the picks and the pool that you were using. So what we'll do is I will just kind of talk through and look at the picks that I did eventually pick to build the deck that I went with. So with that over and said and done, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's have a look at the draft with 17 lands. So here we are with our pick one. For some reason it's not showing the whole pack for this pick one, but as you can see, my pack one pick one was a Tolarian Academy. There wasn't any other kind of power. I can't remember again the notable cards that were in there, but I thought I would take the Academy as I hadn't actually done anything with the Academy. I think I'd seen the Academy kind of get passed to me from other drafts, but I don't think I've actually ever kind of picked it and done anything with it. Maybe it's a little bit of a risky first pick, I suppose, if you don't really get any of the artifacts. But I thought at this stage, might as well, and not really kind of losing anything, as you kind of easily pivot into something else with only this pick one. And then the next pack was a lot of this stuff here, and as you can see, it's been highlighted in green. The Mere Battlesphere was a pretty good follow-up for the Tolarian Academy. The Kappa Cannoneer was also in there, but if I've got the Academy, Sphere over the Cannoneer at this stage was probably the right pick. Again, I was thinking to myself, Kappa would be amazing to come back, but from previous drafts, I haven't really seen it wheel that often or at all. On to pick three, sticking with the artifacts, I picked a cheap bauble over the coveted jewel, just because I wasn't too sure if what kind of artifact type deck I was going to be, whether it's going to be kind of creature or combo stuff. So Coveted Jewel, as nice as it is, always kind of makes me a little bit scared to pick, especially if you kind of go up against the aggro decks that can easily take it from you. So I decided to take the bauble, and again I was hoping for the jewel to kind of wheel. There was also the Rogran Triome as well for the blue, red or white kind of fixing as well. To pick three, decided to just take a land. Nothing else was really interesting me. There was the Prof's Eidetic Memory, though I wasn't too sure if I was going to be more of the kind of the draw 7 Academy, or if maybe the kind of upheaval type stars. I thought I'd rather have some red and blue fixing over the red and white, as I think there's more red in the artifact kind of archetype instead of the white. So I took the land instead. Then I took a time spiral, kind of thinking, actually, maybe I can sort of go into the draw 7 Tolarian Academy kind of combo style over any of the other kind of artifacts. Yes, Endstone was quite nice, but I thought actually Time Spiral is probably much better than any of these two artifacts. And again, wasn't too sure if really Lion's Eye Diamond at this stage would have been better than the Time Spiral. I think that's kind of something I was looking to kind of come back around if it did. There was also then the Fast Bond, which did kind of tempt me at the start. If I was thinking, I can go to upheaval style, but I thought the spiral will stick with the blue instead of the green and see what we kind of get on the return. And then absolutely amazing kind of pick here with the Candelabra and Tolarian Academy kind of go hand in hand. So no question, absolutely no kind of thinking, this is definitely going to be the one to take here. again, Strix was something I was looking at. I thought actually we'll just stick with some the talismans, even though Strix is an artifact itself. It's kind of going into another color that I didn't really need to, and it also had kind of green. Should there be like the fast bond, which kind of comes back around the next turn. Then we had the Retrofitter's Foundry, another great kind of early one-drop artifact kind of generator for Academy. And again, I wasn't worried about anything else because at this point, nothing's going to come back around to me. Dig Through Time, just sticking with blue. Wasn't too sure if I was going to run it or not. But again, nothing else was interesting. I guess the Magda was another kind of take with it being treasures. But I thought, again, stick with blue. And just kind of, didn't really think about it too much. Again, it kind of helps you, I suppose, dig through your deck for those combo pieces more than what Magda does. Then after that, we had our pack 1, I think this was. So the Time Warp, which was in the first pack. We've now got it on the wheel, which is an amazing one to take, I think, over the Mightstone and Weakstone. Again, there are a couple of artifacts here, but I thought, if we're trying to combo off, with Battlesphere, hitting with 2 turns in a row essentially is going to be pretty much game winning, I suppose. So I thought take the Time Warp and go from there. And then the land, again, nothing else here, so nothing much else to say. Redirect Lightning, possibly if there's like counter spells. I thought that could be something to take if they're trying to stop me from kind of comboing off. Took the Lion's Eye Diamond, but wasn't too sure if I was going to play it still. And really nothing else after that. Yogg Will possibly, but that's kind of more stormy, I suppose. I could have been, but wasn't too sure about that. And then pack 2, pick 1. We've got an Upheaval. I thought that's definitely what I'm going to be taking here, especially with Candelabra and the Academy being able to just redeploy your board, even if you have to discard excess lands that you can't kind of play multiple turns. I thought Upheaval is probably going to be a nice kind of finisher with Battlesphere on the board. What was I trying to think on the way back? I guess the Bahamut maybe on the wheel, or even the Chandra would have been a nice one, possibly as well. Maybe Batterskull, but wasn't too fussed about anything else in the pack here, so I just took the Upheaval. Then I took a Minskamboo because it's Minskamboo, and thinking actually if I'm going to be red-blue, splashing the green, which I kind of had with one of the talismans, so I thought actually that's a pretty kind of good pick. We'll just turn off the Estimate main deck. What else were wheel? 3 Steps Ahead, which would have been a nice counter. Then we had the Tinker, so that was another amazing pick from this pack. So again, nothing else to say. Preordain would have been, I guess, a nice one. The Tezzeret would have probably been the next best thing after the Tinker. So, got to take the Tinker at this stage. Hull Breacher was then after another pick after that. So I thought, like, this draft is going great with the Time Spiral. And again, maybe what we'd wheel would be the Loot Tree, or even just the Net Assist, even though Net Assist's, I guess, an okay one in the deck if we're trying to go to Artifact, but need to take the Hull Breacher, especially with a Time Spiral in the deck already. And then another Jace, sticking with the blue. What else was I kind of thinking? Frantic Search, or even the Chromatic Star at this stage. But Jace for me was probably a nice way, again, just to try and kind of fish through the deck to get the cards you need. Volcanic Island, easy pick, land, safe. Nothing else here really that was interesting other than maybe Bankbuster, but Volcanic Island in the red-blue colours, so we would take that one. Fairy Mastermind was something else I was looking at with the Time Spiral, but because I had Hull Breacher, Fairy Mastermind doesn't stop people from drawing cards. You just essentially draw one extra card. So I thought, actually, I'd rather just have the fixing, as it's kind of a bit more important than the Mastermind. So I kind of picked that and passed the Fairy instead. Generous Plunderer was the next one, I thought, actually, because with Tinker and its ramp and fixing for Minskamboo, so I thought Generous Plunderer is probably an okay pick here over anything else. Then this is my pack 1, and the Tezzeret didn't wheel, unfortunately. So I thought, well, actually, I'm just going to take a suplex for some interaction, and is also quite good against opposing artifacts that people kind of play instead of that Bahamut, because I thought if Bahamut's in your hand and you just have no way of casting it, I'd rather have had a suplex to have some interaction, so I decided to take the interaction instead. Then I just took the boot because of a cheap artifact. I think at this point I was thinking, actually my artifacts are quite low with only, I guess, 2, 3, 4, 5 really early on. So I thought, as much as 3 steps ahead is a nice counter, I thought I probably just want some cheap early artifacts for Tinker, and it didn't really matter that it was the boots, honestly. I'm mistaken. So this was the Tezzeret. So what was the other thing I was thinking of? Maybe something else. Anyway, my mistake. Here's the Tezzeret, which, again, I thought, actually, that's a pretty good one to come around. But I suppose at this stage, there maybe wasn't too many artifacts in the other packs, as maybe I was the main person who was drafting it. So Tezzeret itself doesn't really work in any other decks unless you have, I guess, a Mox possibly in your... So, but whether that would be worth just to splash Tezzeret, it's unlikely. So I thought, Tezzeret's come around, we'll definitely have him into the deck. Took the black-red land in case there was black that I was thinking of maybe including in other picks. Inti was the only other one that kind of interested me over the others, even though the Carnage Interpreter does make clues, but honestly, the discard is probably not what I was looking for. So I thought I'd take the Inti, and again another land just in case, and a Tersa, which I think I just put in the sideboard straight away. So we are to pack 3, pick 1, and we have a Time Walk. So what's a great pickup there for going off with multiple turns, especially with now 2 extra turn spells. And I think I was maybe waiting for the Prism and then maybe these other kind of artifacts to wheel, but Time Walk on the pick was an obvious one there. Then we had the DAC now for the pick 2. And I thought, actually, that's pretty good. Again, we could kind of loot. I did consider the Narset for the draw 7, but again, I kind of felt the draw 7 wasn't where the deck was kind of leaning towards. So I thought, actually, the whole Breacher is fine. And again, we've got a Time Spiral. That's not really what I was kind of like leaning towards. I think because I had the Upheaval and the Candelabra, that's kind of where I was trying to kind of push the deck more towards the Upheaval instead of the draw 7. So I thought I'd take the DAC again for the looting. It kind of helps you kind of get through the deck what you're looking for. Then the Iconoclast over the Talisman. I thought actually the Iconoclast would have been slightly better. Like, I think it's maybe a bit odd to take over the Talisman, but I thought because I actually had quite a lot of non-creature spells, I thought actually I might get more triggers from the Iconoclast for the Tolarian and for the Tinker over the Talisman for the ramp, because I was ramping into Upheaval, but I thought the Iconoclast might work better overall, so that's kind of what I took at this situation. Again, Spell Pierce was another one I was thinking of, just to kind of stop people from doing broken things while I'm trying to do my own thing. So Misty was the pick just because it was green for Minskambu, and it also kind of grabbed a few other lands, so nothing else really in this pack other than Mystical and Consider. But I thought actually I want to take the land again because it kind of helps with fixing. Then we thought, the Portal of Pyrexia. I only really had one big Tinker target. Yes, the Battlesphere is fine, but it's not always the greatest of hits, especially against, I suppose, like aggro. I think I prefer the Portal for aggro, when you're playing against aggro instead of the Battlesphere, just because they might have removal for the Battlesphere and all you're left with some 1/1s, where the Portal can, again, clear up a board and also then kind of just keep getting creatures back for chumping or whatever reason behind that. the Brazen Borrower was another pick, and the Breeding Pool, but because I had no other Tinker targets, I thought better take the Portal at this stage. And this was an interesting pack. It was either between Jace or the Legion Extruder. And I think the reason why I took the Legion Extruder, again, it's another artifact. But I was thinking, actually, maybe I can kind of convert these 1/1s into 3/3s. So I thought, actually, I've never played with it before. And it was slightly interesting. So I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. But Jace was the other pick that I was looking at this stage. So I thought, I'd never tried the Extruder. I thought I'd take it instead. And now we're on to pick 7, and another great pickup with Urza. There was the Coalition Relic as well, but you've got to take the Urza without a doubt here. There's no other kind of question. And obviously we're not going to be getting anything back from here. So yeah, Urza, the only choice really from now. Then we have got a Snapcaster Mage, the Chrome Host Sea Shark, get it right eventually, and the Aether Spellbomb. And I thought, well, you've got Time Walk, you've got Time Warp, you might as well take Snapcaster and try and do some broken things there by taking extra turns. So Snapcaster was another easy pick for me here. Now we're on to my pack 1, and it was actually a debate between actually Saheeli and Pentad. But because I was thinking, actually, I'm going to be playing with Boo, I might want the Pentad for Boo. And again, you can Pentad and Tinker quite early on. So I thought, as much as I'd maybe like the Saheeli, I think I took the Pentad, or I did take the Pentad over the Saheeli at this stage. Now on to 10, we had an Ancient Tomb, which came back around. Oh no, what was this? Am I confusing myself here? Sorry, we're on to pack 3, so this isn't Wheels, have it? Anyway, and then on to pick 10, the Ancient Tomb was a great pickup, I thought, because of, again, the early ramp for the talismans and any other kind of artifacts that I wanted. So I thought having an Ancient Tomb into a talisman, again, is going to be pretty explosive. So I thought I'd take that over anything else. And I suppose I was kind of wanting to wheel the Narset should I decide to kind of go for the draw 7 route instead. Then we had the blue-red talisman, which I took, again, because I only had one cheap talisman at the moment. I thought I'd better take another one for some ramp and hope to kind of wheel maybe Expedition Map, Shelldock, or the Spell Pierce, or even the Consult the Star Charts. There's quite a few cards actually in this pack, which I thought actually I could wheel a couple. Then Mystical I immediately took because of finding those combo cards like the Tinker, Time Walk, or even the Upheaval that you kind of need early on. And again, hoping that maybe the Consider would wheel as the green-blue land, I suppose, was also another Consider if that would wheel. Then I took, again, just done some more cantrips, again, to sift through the land, just to find the cards as quickly as possible. Nothing else was interesting me here. I think I was confusing, actually, like the known missing archives. So for some reason, I thought these were still in the draft packs. That's maybe I was confusing about the other card. Anyway, there wasn't anything else, so just 2 picks left. Land, and the Trinket Mage was a very nice pickup at the end for just grabbing Foundry and Diamond and the Bauble. So my deck overall was, if it will show me my picks, draft deck 1, here we go. So eventually I decided actually not to run with the Minskin Boo and the Suplex and any of this. I kind of wanted to stick more with a consistent kind of deck instead of splashing a Minskin Boo, as much as Minskin Boo is kind of powerful. And overall, this was my deck. Yeah, kind of early artifacts into kind of some Tinker, kind of sacking any of these early artifacts, and hopefully they get into like a Dak or Jace, again, to trying to find the combo pieces. So just a little highlight that the games on, I guess, 1 and 2 were pretty good. I got to do an upheaval style with Talarian Academy and the Mia Battlesphere. I can't remember exactly what happened, but essentially my opponents scooped pretty early on in those first 2 games. So anyway, let's head on into our 3rd game where we get to actually see how it goes. Okay, let's head on into our game number 3. Hopefully we can get another win. So I'm on... I guess this is okay with Foundry. Obviously another land with Urza would be what we're looking for. So let's keep that. Maybe we can get our Academy. Unless it's... oh, is it getting forced? No. Okay, so Pentad Prism. That's fine. Let's do Pentad Prism for 2. Lovely. So then maybe next turn I can get Urza, but maybe I just want to pass. Okay, there's a Talisman now, which is pretty good. So then I can maybe just start activating Foundry instead of trying to get the Urza out. Brazen Borrower, sure. So let's... so this is my end step, so I might as well just use the mana, I suppose. And create a 1/1. So next turn I can just recast it again. Okay, Screaming Nemesis. Well, wasn't expecting that from a blue-black. Okay, so let's recast. And I probably just want to Time Warp, maybe. See if that gets countered. Sure, let's attack for 1. They've clearly got some kind of force or something. Force of will, sure. And they pitched a Time Twister for that, sure. So... okay, so there's Academy. There's hopefully I haven't got another counter. And I guess I can spin, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Spin. Actually, might as well undo. Snapcaster Mage. Well, that's going to go away, isn't it? So until end of turn, so I might as well play it, I suppose. We've got 1, 2, 3. I guess I can spin again, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless I think I'm just going to wait, actually, and maybe... actually, can I pay for it, can't I? It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can actually cast it, can't I? Nice. Well, that was pretty efficient with that there. So, wow. Okay, 3 wins in a row. So let's go on to the next one. Alright, here we are to game number 4, and we are first with a pretty good hand, I think so. So let's yeah, let's keep that. Maybe we can get the Jace down early on. But yeah, ultimately just looking for a whole bunch of artifacts here. So I have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 next turn. So yeah, maybe 1, 2. Oh, okay. So I've also got Ruby, but nothing else. Okay. Do I want to still play Academy though? Unless I just want to get a Jace down. Unless I want to get Urza down. Yeah, maybe I'd rather have the Jace countered instead of my Urza. Reprieve, probably. Yeah, that's fine. But by the looks of it, more Boros aggro stuff happening here. Okay, black now as well. Okay, Foundry. Okay, so probably Foundry. Oh, is this getting countered? Or what else would there be? And in case I've got a burn, I'm just going to Fate Seal them because I might have a bolt or something like that. So we'll try and keep the Jace around for as long as possible. And I might have to use multiple burn just to get rid of the Jace if they decide to do that. But they are in black, so I guess they could have. Sure, so it's down to 2. Yep. And they can keep that. Put it on the bottom. No. Okay, and Pyroglyph, yeah, well, there goes the Jace. It's now 3-4. So Upheaval doesn't do too much here. So if I trying to think, that's only nets 1 mana. And that. Okay. Guess I want to do this, suppose. Sure. And we will. Wow. That's pretty unfortunate. Honda's fine. Okay, Battle Sphere. I want a Battle Sphere, don't I? So, actually, unless I mystical, I guess I want to get the Battle Sphere first. So I'll do it like that and decline. Probably should have kept the golem up, I suppose. Oh. Yep. And I probably just want to get another red source. Well, as gone forever. Need to try and find a way to get rid of the Goyf, but I don't think I've got anything. Wow, all of the removal. Well, hopefully we can get this Battle Sphere down. So I've got, yeah, probably need to keep chase. So yeah, keep the Snapcaster for time warp. Actually, can I do it now? So we got 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven Snapcaster, so that's time warp. So that's 5, 6, 7. So let's snap, time warp me. Attack for 7. Yep. Land, not great. So then that's 7, 11, 15, 16, 17 exactly, isn't it? Yeah, nice. Wow. A little bit on the edge there with the Goyf, but Ancient Tomb with the early Talisman getting the quick spells with, and Urz obviously getting past wasn't too bad, I suppose, at the end. But anyway, let's go on to the next. Okay, currently we are on to game 5, is it now? With 4 wins. No blue, though I do have Talisman. So then again, this is probably another keep with Tomb and Creativity, the Talisman. Hopefully don't have any removal. Also got a Jet, another Talisman, which is pretty good. So hopefully we can just ramp up to our battle sphere early on. Unless, well, I obviously can't tinker, though I can grab a tinker if need be. Barrow, Goyf, sure. Upheaval. Guess I will just play the other Talisman. Oh, did I miss a trigger? I did, didn't I? So really just looking for, what are we looking for? To Academy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I want to Mystical Tutor for anything at the moment. Guess I could try find the land with a Ponder. Then it kind of gets a... Okay, I might just fire it off just to get a trigger on that. And I guess actually maybe I want to tinker now for Portal. So yeah, I think I'm going to get tinker. And I'll just tinker away my token instead. Well, let's attack for 1. And tinker away the soldier. And we'll get the portal. So what do we want? Again, just more draw. One ring, sure. I question is if I want to get their Barrow Goyf. I suppose so, just to try and get some life back. Hey, Ponder. So this is into your next turn, isn't it? And you cast them into your next, so yeah, I can't even hit them with that. Guess I'll take a land. I don't want to shuffle, but maybe it's better just to shuffle. But then maybe I can then mill a whole bunch with the Goyf next turn. Like, I don't mind taking some lands. But maybe it's better to shuffle. I think I'm gonna just take a land at least. And just pass the turn as I can't do anything. So I think next turn I will mill again, just to, I guess I'll only mill one of those lands. So maybe I can just hit Time Warp and hit them again. We'll see. But by the looks of it, they kind of reanimate, and I've also got a flash in graveyard. Though being in red, could have a couple of ways to try and get rid of the portal, but hopefully not, because I don't know if I've really seen any kind of artifact removal being used in the games in the past. They've always like discard something if they need to, and they're just going to draw a couple of cards. Sure. Urza's Saga, yep. Well, they might have a couple of hits. They've got a jet there, or maybe they're just trying to create some golem tokens with it instead. Like, if they get rid of the Goyf, I can just get it back with Portal, so specifically have to be, I guess, reanimation stuff. Well, there goes my Time Warp. Yep. They also drained me, sure. And a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can attack. Do I want to mill? Sure. Well, there's a good one to get. But I think, actually, forget that will give me with 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can actually do both, can't I? Because I'll create a token there. Sure, 1, 2, have I not got enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5. Okay, gotcha. Guess I can just spin. Bauble, sure. And then I will wait to crack it on their turn in case they have some more discard. Mystical Tutor. Damnation, sure. Well, I can get the Urza back with, as long as the Portal of Phyrexia sticks around, that's fine. So it'd be interesting to see what they do, because Damnation doesn't really achieve too much here, honestly, I don't think. Sure. So, well. Yep. It only becomes a 3-3, so it's not like it's going to do anything else. Okay, so maybe they are changing their mind. Swamp and damnation, sure. Well, let's just do this, even though I'm going to lose a... Okay, so I've got an Archon in hand. It's a little ways off, I suppose. Voidwalker, gotcha. Suppose I still want to take the Urza here. Yep. Land not where I want to be. Dak. Okay, can Dak steal the one ring? Is probably better now. Though they would die actually, and they could kill it with the Dorothy, so maybe that's not quite what I want to do. So maybe just get the battle sphere down. And try and get a big hit on them. Next turn. Does this gain life when you attack, or is it just whenever this creature attacks you may tap X mirrors? If you do, deals X damage. So yeah, it doesn't gain life, it just does the damage when you tap them. Because I would like to steal their one ring, though obviously it's going to keep its counters, and then I'm going to take that damage. So maybe I just want to start drawing and discarding, try and find Snap and Time Walk. The Archon, I guess, is fine. I'd have to discard the Upheaval, I think, to the Archon. So how many cards have they got? 12 cards left? Booster Tutor, sure. Until end of turn you may play that without paying its mana cost. I'm not sure if it... I think you still have to follow the rules, the casting rules, I think, with Urza, from what I remember. So what have they got now? Another board wipe would probably be quite bad, I suppose, because even though the Dorothy wouldn't... Okay, so they're gonna take my Urza, yeah. Though I suppose Upheaval, if we get Academy with Upheaval, so I'm assuming the Urza is going to be dying now. Oh, they're going face. Okay, sure, they got a burn spell from somewhere. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for, again, Time Walk or Snap. Oh, that just deals 2 damage. Okay, well, don't think I've got anything that will gain me life, but yeah, GG's. Time Walk. See. Next turn, it was the next draw. Oh, I guess no, there's a shuffle, wasn't it? But yeah, that was a good game from them. Just trying to think what it would have been that kind of killed me. I guess just a little bit of kind of chip damage from like brutality and all of that, which kind of did it. But anyway, that was a good one. Let's go on to the next. Suppose there's not too many people playing at the moment, as this is coming to the end of its time on Arena. But anyway, we are on the play. I think this is a really risky one, I suppose, because nothing happens until turn 4, or even before, longer than that if I don't draw. But I have my lands. I think this is probably not as explosive a start as it can be, so I can mulligan, but I think I'm just going to keep it and just hope that maybe I get an artifact for Academy. Yeah, even Tezzeret is as good because I can get Foundry. And start making some 1/1s that way for the Academy. Or should we tinker? But yeah, because I guess if I then tinker for Battlesphere, that's good with Academy. Okay, cool. So let's just get, I guess, a retrofitter. Oh, actually, Candelabra. Yeah, Candelabra is what we're gonna get. Yep, that's a good one. Well, Tezzeret's not going to be sticking around, unfortunately, for the double Candelabra activation. Okay, we have got a Snapcaster. Well, can't hold back. It's obviously going to get countered if it gets countered. Okay, so do I activate one? Doesn't actually do anything, does it? So yeah, I need another. Yeah, shame about the Tezzeret dying. It's another red, black, blue, so 4 colour with the opponent this turn. And Pentad's probably quite nice. And I guess if I'd sub you 1, 2, so I can tap, untap, tap, and so whoops, wrong one. We want to Jace at this point, I think, and I'm just gonna start fate sealing them. I don't think there's any point in brainstorming at this point, so put that card to the bottom of their library. I guess if they wanted to cast it, they would do it on their turn, though it does have flash, so I'm going to put it to the bottom, I think. So you're just going to activate their Furry Mastermind, sure. Hull Breacher now, okay. That will stop them with the Mastermind. They could also be, oh, here we go. 5, 6, 7. Italy, sure. Yep. Anything crazy on my part? No, not really. Okay, well, maybe I can get... Well, I got the right rich with a foundry. Maybe I can portal. So be next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Because this is 3 creatures, isn't it? If I remember, yeah. Sure. Draw, yep. So tap 2, pay, untap, tap. I don't have enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 8. Oh. I guess I can time walk myself and try and hit another land. I think I need to draw 3. Okay, there's a land, lovely. And put back. I guess snap, talisman. I can play the talisman now. No, I'll play it next turn, that's fine. Play that. 1, 2. Next, end the turn. Draw. And pay. So be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think if I played that untap, then it taps for 3. 1, 2, then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? I think I might have counted okay. Sure, and then I'm just going to again start fate sealing and put that onto the bottom and no. So the next time I get their Italy, I suppose. So what I'm looking for, I suppose, now is my battle sphere, metamorph, sure, targeting the portal, sure. At least I get first hit. I don't get first hit. That's really unfortunate. Wow. What are the chances? Okay, so what do I want to get? Probably my third. The what? They've also got Tinker. Is that what they hit? They hit the Tinker? Well, I might need to upheaval then, I suppose. Wondering, because this doesn't target, it's all opponents, all hands, yeah. And Abomination will hopefully then hit upheaval. And they hit, what was that? Whole Breacher, sure. And Time Warp. Well, that's going to do it, unfortunately, I think. 7, 8, 9, 14. And then... they get something else as well, yeah. What a hit with the Abomination. But I suppose that's what it's like when you get to the end of... Well, okay, so he's not going to go full face. This is probably where they've got like a ninjutsu as well. No, they're just all going face. No, well, okay, so they sort of wanted to change their mind, but then ultimately they didn't. Okay, yeah, here we go, ninjutsu as well. I bet, yeah. Yeah. Gosh. What are the chances, eh? What a draw. And they just hit talisman and bauble, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they played a land for turns. They can't I suppose they can actually emerge it, so they probably got double Crabomination, yeah. Yep, as long as they don't hit upheaval. Of course they hit upheaval, of course they do. Yeah, that'll do it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna try and play this out. Yeah, if I hadn't have hit the upheaval, then I would have continued on. But that upheaval is gone, and they've just got everything of mine. So, GG's opponent for stealing all of my cards. Thank you. Anyway, let's go on to the next. Oh, come on, we've got to get at least one more win. Like 4 wins with no losses, and then to get 2 losses in a row. God, it can't be right. So let's hopefully we can get at least one more win. Yeah, as long as they had it when they had the I guess I keep it because I can get something with Trinket Mage, but having the mirror in the hand is not what I wanted to see. But I suppose if we go up against an aggro deck, I suppose the other target is also a fine target for Tinker. Be interesting to see what we're playing against. They mulliganed at all? Don't think so. If they're taking this long, they could also be a combo deck. I'm looking forward to playing some Lorwyn Eclipsed, as I was quite the fairy player back when I used to play Paper Magic. So good to see some returning mentions such as the Bitter Blossom card. So it'd be interesting to see what standard will be like, though I don't really play much constructed nowadays anymore. And we're playing against a Black Lotus. What is this? Boros aggro? Maybe with a Dion incoming? No, a Calm. Okay, not too bad. So what if they'll make a 2/2? Sure. Ancient Tomb. Well, I need to Trinket Mage, and then next turn I can... Like, Tinker's not even that great. So I might just get a bauble, I think. I'd rather not have to tinker away my other targets. So it'll be interesting to see what they are actually playing. So Mountain, they played the Mountain for turn, and I guess they can take a Swift Spear, because maybe they'll play the Swift Spear, at least then I get another hit with the Portal Magda, sure. Okay, well, let's Bauble, Island, Tinker, And again, I'm just going to get the portal to Phyrexia. And hit the Khan.
It is best if you stop.
Interesting if they are mono red. With Khan, I guess it's like some kind of draw a little bit. And Hearse, sure, so yeah, they're pretty good here. But maybe they'll wait to see what I target first. Though if they do attack, then the Khan's dying at least. Yep. So the question is then, do they attack or do they want their Khan to stick around? They're deciding they might even make... No, okay, so they're going for some draw and they can... guess take the Legion Extruder. Sure. Okay, I might as well just... could Time Warp kill... I think that's probably what I want to do, is kill the Khan at this point.
Do not.
Get my own 2/2. Though the Hearse again is probably going to get fairly large. With them exiling stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough match actually. Especially with that Ancient Tomb probably doing a lot of damage to me. Well, at least the only artifact they've got is the Hearse. Oh, you get to do a creature, of course, yeah. So they're going to exile their own Swift Spear, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so... and I guess I can play that as well. And I guess I'll just attack. Yeah, I'll attack with both, that's fine. So the next time we can start spinning the Urza and see if we can get anything decent. Hopefully I've stabilised, but being mono red they could have quite a bit of burn in hand. Yep. Now they're going face, wow. Okay, so they've definitely got something. 6 damage, yep, pretty precarious. Plunderer, yeah. 1, 2, so Plunderer is gonna kill me next turn. God, what I can't. So I need to start getting Time Warp. What else can I get? Time Spiral would be good. Yeah. I have a lot of bad hits as well, unfortunately. Chase, that's fine, I suppose. So I can attack and make... Oh, it's just a 4/4 though, so... Yeah, it doesn't... you can't activate it and attack. So it attacks as a 4/4. And you have to attack with the. You have to attack with this, don't you? Okay, sure. Well, let's see what we do. Maybe we hit a time walk, but ponder, sure. Got one. So I can time spiral, maybe. Time walk and academy. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Decline. Well, next turn we can spin a couple of times, hopefully, so might as well play the land out. And a attack with this. Attack for 8. And then next turn, see if they, yeah, they're going to have to, okay, so the chump, they can't crew that. Well, that's good, because now that plunderer isn't going to kill me next turn. So then next turn, then I'll take 8, 9, 10, 11. So they can't crew. They might actually eat the time walk, I suppose. They do have a 3/3. No, it's 2 to do it, sure. Academy. 7. Spin. Snapcaster time walk. Yeah, that'll do it. Yep. Take 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Wow. Even with the unlicensed hearse, I got quite lucky as well with that ponder. Literally like the, well, 2 of the 3 perfect cards I needed. Oh, okay, so now we've got, is it 6 wins with this kind of artifact deck. Can see why it's quite the powerful card. So yeah, 5 wins. So I need at least 1 more would be super nice, but I'm happy with my 5 wins. So let's kind of go on into the next, and yeah, hopefully we can draw well like we have been doing. Okay, here we are with game number, is it 9 now? Is it 6 wins, 2 losses? Okay, I am first. Hand's fine actually, yeah, nothing too crazy. We will just get our Rogrin, I suppose. And I might even want to wait for the ponder for game turn 3. Oh, I go trigger now at least. No, so that's handy. At least a trigger, which is good. Might want to hold on to it though, possibly in case I draw Tinker. Grixis. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. And let's ponder. Oof, okay, that's probably a shuffle, though. I do need another land. I guess I can snap shuffle, but I think that's probably a shuffle. Oh, good thing I shuffled. I don't know, they might have... I think they've got a flash creature, so I'm actually just going to attack with a 1/1. They could have, again, the fairy flash. Brazen, sure. So if they're blue, they might have a whole bunch of redraw, so this whole breaches should hopefully be pretty good if they do decide to do anything like that. Okay, they're just gonna flash out that, sure. Do I want to... so now I will bauble. Tie, okay, that's good to know. Okay, mystical time walk. Could just tinker. Iconoclast, time walk. Yeah. Because he can't block any of them. So I think I'm just gonna time walk here now. Talisman. Unless I want to Jace. Could just Jace bounce the Brazen Borrower. Or snap time walk. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna snap time walk. So there's quite a bit of damage coming in. Academy now, okay, that's pretty good. Academy. Talisman. 1, 2, 3. Well, I think I could have probably gotten my battle sphere and then also kind of jaced, so that was a pretty neat one there. Okay, so we are on to the final boss with the 6 wins and 1 loss. So was not expecting that from this deck, so kind of I think there's only maybe an hour or so left. Oh no, so a little bit longer, so 26 hours. But anyway, let's kind of get on to the last game and hopefully we can get a trophy. I don't think I've trophied in the cube at all. I think this is probably the best I've done so far in the cube, like even from when it came, when it first arrived on Arena. So yeah, pretty glad. Okay, okay. So now this I'm not sure I can keep. So it's 2 lands and I can't do anything else. So this is definitely a mulligan with on the draw. Time walk. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm tempted to either get rid of a land or a mystical tutor. Because I want to mystical tutor for sphere or something like that. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of a land. And maybe we can get a cheap artifact. Okay, green, so blue, black, ponder. Okay, so that's ponder. Okay, talisman is fine. I'll draw the land, fetch talisman, and then we can maybe get tinker as well. So yeah, we'll keep all of that. Consider. So draw the talisman. I need to fetch, unless actually I can mystical on, because this does blue, doesn't it? Yes, actually I can probably talisman and then hold up mystical on end step, on their end step. Didn't see what they actually did, if they bottomed or not. Okay, dark ritual, yep. Into Shieldred, maybe? Oh, looks like maybe they miscounted their mana. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Star, yeah. Sure. Well, hopefully nothing too explosive then. Looks like they might also be missing land. No, okay, well they drew one. And they got anything on turn 3? Tezzeret, sure.
Soon this system
Yep,
will
see what they grab.
even the smallest trinket has its use.
Mana Crypt, nice, yeah. Are there anything for the 2 mana? They haven't, okay, so I'm going to tinker and grab the battle sphere, even though it's not the most amazing. Like I might not fetch actually, because I kind of want my 4th land for Urza. And I do have a whole bunch of islands that don't need the red anymore. So yeah, I think I don't fetch to try and increase my chances of a land. So what have they got now? 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Cauldron complete, sure, yep. Doesn't have trample, does it? I think it does actually have trample. So first strike, trample, indestructible, and the death touch thing, isn't it? I think. Whenever this creature does damage, yeah, exile it. So it's like super death touch. Okay. Well, there's the land. And need to fetch. And there's a 6 mana. Don't have any way to get rid of. I guess I would need portal. So pay 1, 2. Then I can snap, time walk again. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's actually just add the blue, 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 blue. Time warp. I suppose I could actually tinkered. Yeah, this isn't going so well. I probably should have tinkered, maybe waited a turn for tinker. Bauble doesn't do much here. So I guess I will crack just to draw a card. The Ronaza. Talisman, Mountain. 3, 4, and 5. Jace works. Okay, there's a Jace. And they scooped it up. Well, I say they weren't dead that turn. I think maybe I did punt a little bit, thinking I probably should have got Tinker for Portal. That was another way of getting rid of their germ. So then they would have taken 8, 9, 10, 11, 17. So they weren't dead, but I guess maybe next turn they weren't doing much. So yeah, wow, quite surprised to actually get a full 7 wins there. Just a little bit of a shame, for some unknown reason my recording didn't work at the start, so missed the draft portion and the 2 games where I won, but pretty impressed. This was the first time I was able to actually draft an upheaval with Tolarian Academy and got some pretty good hits with Urza, but that was the deck. And thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.